going to take a very cliched approach to this next argument, Josh, because I typically don't like it. But Penn State has been a decent program during Bill O'Brien and James Franklin's stay up until about week 5 of last year. And they didn't have the target on their back that they now have, where Ohio State's used to having that every year in the Big Ten. So Penn State may get a little bit better shot from some teams this fall.
No, they will. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, they're not going to sneak up on anybody like they did last season. And you remember last year losing to Pittsburgh early in the year. I think Penn State learned from that too, where they may not be used to having the target on their back, but they also learned their lesson in losing an early season game, and that ended up ultimately costing them a shot at the college football playoff. So I do think that Penn State understands the importance each and every game. They're going to get a great effort from all those teams, including Pittsburgh, early in the season. But yeah, I like James Franklin. I think he's a tremendous coach. He did a lot of great things at Vanderbilt. I know some people may have some stats to try and prove otherwise, but James Franklin is a good coach. He's recruiting well. And like I said, they've got so many weapons on offense. I really, really like Penn State. They're going to be a really good team, and they're going to be fighting for that playoff berth again, because it's going to be tough to try and edge out Ohio State. Even if they beat the Buckeyes, we may see the same thing happen last year where they end up missing out despite winning that head-to-head.
I got to say, Josh, what I don't like about the Trace McSorley swag is that sometimes he chucks it downfield blindly, and that paid off for him with Chris Godwin most of the time being on the other end of that throw, and he's not going to be around this year, and he was high-pointing the ball like a man. We saw it throughout the entire season and against Wisconsin and USC at the end of the season, just making remarkable plays, and McSorley trusted him. It got McSorley into trouble at the end of the USC game. He chucked an interception blindly. They lost the game. He's got to play a little bit more under control for my liking for Penn State. He's got to find that fine line between making plays and playing loose and confident, but not being a loose cannon out there chucking the ball downfield.